Follow the money. That's what I always say. You always follow the money. Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Pauly Howard on VSiN.
Good to have you on board. Thanks for watching on YouTube TV, listening on Sirius XM Channel 158 or any of our great affiliates across the country. In this hour, Warren Sharp joins the program. His look with player props, Monday Night Football tonight. Jags at home to the Chiefs, the good, the bad, and the ugly a little bit later on. And here now, Pauly, Week 6 numbers, National Football League. What a weird schedule again, right? It's so spread out now.
Yeah.
Thursday into the Sunday morning game in London. Only 3 late games as a result. 2 games on bye. Monday Night Football doubleheader. It's all over the place.
The San Francisco-Tampa Bay game's huge. Because I think, with the 1 seed on the line and also Coach of the Year.
Okay.
Todd Bowles can get in this discussion. Absolutely.
So the game on Thursday night now, Philadelphia, after not getting away with the BS yesterday and losing that game, good call by you. You were on the Broncos in that game. And we asked Al Palantonio last Wednesday if the Eagles were fugazi. He said absolutely not. Well, are they through 5 games? Their first loss overall was yesterday. They now have to pick it up, make the short travel over to the Giants and play as 7 or 7.5 point favorites in this game. Total is 41.5. Under here, the look?
Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, with the Giants' history at home, yep. The other thing is, I think they're pretty good. They just, 5 turnovers last night and -5 in the turnover battle. It'll kill you. Dart apologized to the team after the game. He's a little bit banged up. Scatterboo, the same thing. Again, you're up 11. What happened? Well, you beat yourself, and the big play to Shaheed was big as well. So tough loss for the Giants. But can they get, I can't believe I'm saying this, are they going to get Barkley going at all? Where's the rushing attack? We're going to be
totally non-existent.
Yeah, middle October here. It is non-existent.
They're going to be very popular on either money line parlays or else obviously the teasers here with that low of a total. Even though they're a road team here, I think a lot of people are going to be standing in line to bet on a teaser here and lay 1.5 points with them. The London game, when we're going to be on the air next Sunday morning, the VSiN Pro Football Tailgate Show, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. We are on for 3 hours. It'll be Jets and Broncos. Now, break out that stat again right now with Justin Fields when the opposing team scores 21 points.
0-26.
Okay. So we watched this unit again yesterday. I called it a Ponzi scheme for 3 years running on X yesterday. They are a complete joke. They are a sieve defensively.
Yep.
They, we were sold a bill of goods on this team going back 2-3 years now on that side of the ball. So the Broncos should score at least 21 points in this game. Based on his history here, Fields going to be able to outscore this defense?
You couldn't move the ball on Dallas, and then they have multiple linemen out, and you can't stop them? Nothing's going to change.
No.
And the fact that they've allowed 25 points or more in every single game, how bad this defense is. You did okay on the ground, but rest assured they'll probably turn the ball over. And then I can't believe this. They're the first team going back to 1933. They don't have a takeaway through the first 5 games.
Yeah.
So that's, how this is going to go.
Oh, I think it should be an absolute bloodbath, right? Should be a rout.
Plus Peyton can say, nice win. You say maybe a letdown coming. But they didn't play well for 3 quarters.
Oh, no, their
Bo
offense
Nix
didn't do anything,
well.
right?
No.
Right, and if you're going to get right, you're going to get right against one of the worst defenses in the entire league.
Yeah.
And that defense for the Broncos, man, they are the real. Benito had 2.5 more sacks again yesterday.
Yeah.
How is he not the short shot to win Defensive Player of the Year 5 weeks in?
I think he opened 60-1. He's now down to 450.
He's an animal out there.
He is.
I think they're going to have back-to-back winners. Last year with Surtain, now this year with him. The Browns are playing at the Steelers now. So Cleveland with Dylan Gabriel, he looked good yesterday. I don't know how they didn't win that game. That's a weird one to lose there. But they come back home from playing in London, and they'll take on a team off the bye week here in Pittsburgh. Now, the look ahead was 6.5. It reopened last night, 4.5. Circa now has 5. Other books are 5.5 total, 37.5, 38, 38.5.
No, they should be frisky. Again, they killed it in the draft. You see how good Judkins was and how Gabriel looked and the nasty defense and getting Njoku and Fannin in. Looked pretty good. But they never win in Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh off the ball. I just don't know how good the Steelers are. That's the thing. Okay, so what? You moved the ball against the Jets. You couldn't stop them, right? You lost at home to Seattle. The Patriots kept turning the ball over. So it looks like a great spot, but I'm not so sure.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be laying that many points with them. I do think Pittsburgh will be semi-popular in survivor contests.
Yeah.
Based on the schedule spot for them.
I think Garrett can wreak havoc in this game.
He will. Okay, now what about this game? So now Arizona, they got to pick themselves up off the mat, travel to Indianapolis to take on a really good Colts team. The look ahead was 3.5 last week. I'd like to have that in pocket.
Yeah.
The opener was 4.5, and that number is now long gone as well. It's as high. It's now 6.5 here at Circa. Totals 47.5.
Well, I agree. I think they will feel sorry for themselves and get blown out. And I think the woe is me thing will linger. That's a loss that you can't get over in a week. That's going to take a while. I'm not over it. I had it in Survivor. It was sick. I'm numb. It was stupid. All of it. So Gannon can scream and yell and all this. It's just. By the way, don't come out and tell you're going to be aggressive and then run the ball 3rd and 8.
Yeah.
Everything you've been selling for 2 years. We're going to attack. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to go and you run the ball 3rd and 8.
And by the way, he's done that now over and over again, where it's not just a one-time thing on 3rd and 8. He's done that before. Oh, trust us, man. We got warriors out there. We're going to take it to them. We're going to be hard and fast and physical, and we're going to be super aggressive. No, you're not. It's BS. It's not who you are. And by the way, Kyler Murray too. I don't expect him to be able to put the team on his shoulders anyway.
Well, he's banged up too.
That's
the
other
one. Will they be able to run the ball, hang on to the ball, and I don't think they're going to get stops either.
Now,
the Colts were cooking. Go ahead.
Taylor 3 more touchdowns yesterday.
Yep.
What did you get him at? 15?
Who's this?
Jonathan Taylor?
No, 20.
You got him at 20.
20 and 18.
We're going to have to battle that one out. I'm on Puka. You're on Jonathan Taylor.
Yep.
Going to be a good race there. Guy looks amazing again.
Yep.
And I think, look, I know it's the Raiders. I know they're not very good at all. But, look, am I wrong to think that the Colts are going to be a contender here in the AFC?
No, they're going to win the division. I think so.
And I think they're
although the Schrader loss is big.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy was automatic, and he's out for the season. What a fluke injury.
I know. How did you do yesterday, by the way, in the props?
Nah, kicking no good.
It was no good?
No.
Fairbairn.
Yeah, he got there. Aubrey lost again.
Oh, that's right.
Dallas has scored 77 points in the last 2 weeks, and he's kicked 2 field goals.
Yeah, he missed an extra point, too.
Yes, he did.
He boomed that thing 40 yards over the goalpost, but it was wide right on that one, which was weird.
Dicker made one right away, and then that was it, too.
Oh, yeah. How'd they score 10 points?
And then Schrader got hurt, so those lost. So we'll see what their kicking situation is, but I think they're going to win that division. The other one is there a letdown spot here for Dallas? They have Washington on deck. It is Carolina at home. It is great always to look at those weekly leaders props. Stoutle 50-1. He's already had this circled that he wants a piece of Dallas here and can go off. I don't know how you allow that if you're Miami. But again, this should be a high-scoring game and go over 49.5 with Dallas and Carolina. Yeah. And I'll tell you, the one thing that hurts our Waller ticket is this guy, the quarterback for America's team, who's putting up numbers without Lamb and getting it done. He's plus 225, comeback player of the year.
I'll go one further than that. He is a sneaky guy in the MVP conversation.
If they get to 9 wins, I can see that.
They have to be a playoff team because we saw it last year. Wow. Burrow, people were making the case for Burrow, but they weren't a playoff team, so they got poo-pooed on. Mm-hmm. But Prescott's playing great ball.
He is.
Plus, you take his best weapon out. Flower Boy. I think, is that how you say his name? That's how I want to pronounce it anyway. Had a huge day. Look at Ferguson, by the way.
I know.
And something we talked about yesterday, and I called on the show. I felt like it was going to be a huge tight end day. I'll have more on that coming up with the good, the bad, and the ugly. But Ferguson is a great weapon to have on this team.
Yeah.
So you'd play over 50. I have no problem with that. Mm-hmm. I think Carolina is going to allow a ton here, and they'll probably score some points as well. Now, will Carolina actually look better than the Jets yesterday on offense? That was frustrating to watch.
Yeah, that's not hard to do.
Mm-hmm. But a lot of good teaser possibilities here. You could do the Rams. Now, we'll mark this here. Not that I'm going to bet it because teaser prices have gotten ridiculous, but if you want people like Frank B told us that 3-team teasers plus 160 is still like a decent price if you can find it on 6-pointers. The Rams down to 1.5. The Broncos down to a point, and the Eagles down to a point and a half. That feel pretty good? Or do we not trust the Eagles enough to win that game?
Nah, they should win that game. They've owned the Giants.
Because the Rams are 7.5, 45.5 at the Ravens.
Yep. I'm sure the Eagles will be ticked off at what happened, letting that get away. And I just don't see this changing in Baltimore when you got 8 guys out. And you got, again,
it's not going to.
With Stroud on the field, they scored on their first 8 drives.
Can you believe that?
It was ridiculous. It was stealing.
Yeah, and our guy Woody Marks, they never even threw to him yesterday. Didn't have to.
And then Rush had 3 picks as well. So they are still favored to win the division. They're 1-4. They're going to be 1-5.
You know
They're
what?
still a small favorite to make the playoffs.
Here's the thing. Circa will post division numbers. If they're not up already, I haven't looked at division numbers yet. If they're not up right now, they'll be up tomorrow morning. You can always bet the no. If they're close to market, that's going to be like minus 120 on the no.
Yeah.
Unless they take a stand on it and say this number is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Which they've done in the past.
Right. I think the Chargers have to get right against Miami.
Well, if their offense, but now Hampton, that injury there.
Yeah.
And now, again, guys down on the offensive line.
This escalated quickly. They were the talk of the league, and now they lose this. They're 500 after the 3-0 start in the division. Blowing the Giants game, losing yesterday at home. 4.5, though?
I know.
Miami can't stop anything.
No, Herbert should be able to do what he wants in the air against this team. Will the Miami offense be able to, match him?
I will say Waller and Waddle will deliver every game and put up numbers. Football meets flavor with VEASAN and Omaha Steaks, the official sponsor of tailgating, built for the grill. Omaha Steaks smash burgers pre-smashed, crafted from premium aged beef and go from freezer to bun in just 5 minutes with juicy, unforgettable flavor. You'll get 16 free smash burgers with any order of $129 or more, plus 50% off site-wide. omahasteaks.com/VEASAN. Minimum purchase may apply. omahasteaks.com/VEASAN. They are the real deal. Go get them.
Yeah, for the radio audience right now, not watching the screen, it looks so good. And Justin Emery, producer of VEASAN Primetime, he told us last week they're absolutely incredible when they made him here live.
They are.
We'll continue with more Week 6 numbers coming up next. A number has moved 1.5 now on a key number. That's because the favorite looked so good yesterday.
Did you know your credit card points and miles can lose value to inflation? Credit card companies often reduce the redemption value of your points and miles. Now imagine a credit card with rewards that can grow in value. With the Gemini credit card, you can earn Bitcoin or one of over 50 other cryptos instantly with no annual fee. Every swipe at the store or gas pump earns you instant rewards deposited straight to your account. Plus, sign up now for a $200 Bitcoin bonus to kickstart your rewards. Visit Gemini.com/card today. Check out the link in the description for more information on rates and fees. Again, if you're looking to invest in Bitcoin but don't know where to start, the Gemini credit card makes it easy.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
In the previous segment, I said we were sold a bill of goods on the Jets defense for the last 3 years. This is from Phil. Oh, I'd love to meet Phil sometime. Just a bitter Jets fan. He said, me and a million New Yorkers were sold a bill of goods on this team 56 years ago. Laugh out loud. oh, man.
How can this be?
I don't know.
Keep hiring defensive coaches
right?
and can't stop a nosebleed.
It gets worse.
It is a Ponzi scheme. How bad it's been. Madoff's right down the street. I mean, it's just incredible. You can't stop a damn thing.
No.
And it's been that way for years. Oh, they're bad.
Oh, they're so bad, Paul. In the conversation for worse in the entire league.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in the running.
More Week 6 numbers here.
How do you not have a takeaway? How has that not happened since 1933? They're the first team?
First team ever. Yeah, but please keep telling me how good Sauce Gardner is and everybody else. Yeah.
And they keep fumbling. They're doing all their drills. Again, we're going to punch the ball out. We're going to do those drills, and they keep fumbling.
How about this? The Seahawks next week play in Jacksonville. Jags in action tonight, Monday Night Football. Seahawks, this is all over the money line, right? Seahawks are between +1 pick, -1, -1.5. Jags were a point favorite on the look ahead.
Yeah, I think they bounced back. I was surprised how they struggled defensively, but kudos to Mayfield and Ibuka. But this has escalated quickly here. Tough schedule. Suddenly you lose this game, and then the bloom's off the rose. But those AI projection props, as we talked about on the tailgate show every Sunday morning, and the guys who do them at VSiN.com loved it. JSN was 4-1. They have 220 yards.
Oh, sure.
I mean, this guy delivers.
Darnold and Mayfield flew over.
Yeah. Oh, the quarterback play was outstanding. When you see the yardage and the lack of incompletions, how well they played.
And the jerseys were, that throwback looked great yesterday.
Fire, yeah.
Loved it. By the way, is that the guy? So you were strong on Todd Bowles' preseason coach of the year.
Yeah, I know our guy Jordan Scott's got him 80-1. A rogue number, excuse me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that this game against San Francisco is huge. If you're going to tell me the Shanahan thing, and certainly it's a great job, but if Tampa wins this game, You're going to win the division, big favorites, and then you're looking at the 1 seed and all the injuries they've dealt with.
I don't disagree.
And Mayfield has got to be, to me, he's got to be like 3-1 to win MVP.
I think
what he's doing.
I'm going to shop around
week.
when the show's done. 12-1s are out there right now. That to me has to be worth a bet, isn't it?
Outrageous.
You're telling me, like, if the vote, again, look, there's a long season, right? But if the vote were held today, who's the winner? Like, there's no way Mayfield will be 12. He might not win, but there's no way he'd be 12-1.
Godwin, Bucky Irving.
Sure. Offensive line.
All the offensive line, all getting out. Doesn't matter. Look at the numbers I'm putting up.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Okay, so by the way, speaking of that game, that was 1.5 Buccaneers in the look ahead. They're now 3. So what do you make of that adjustment?
I think he'll move it against San Francisco, and I agree with it. I don't think the Mac Jones thing's going to work out here. I thought they maybe caught the Rams napping, and the Rams weren't ready to play. I think Tampa will be ready to go here, and I think Bowles is doing an excellent job with these injuries. Now they have their issues defensively as well, but I know the luck factor. All these games have been decided late with Tampa, but certainly you figured they could have came back and beat the Eagles. You can't lose that game when you only give up 200 yards and they give up 31 points in the special teams fiasco. So enormous game, and it better be competitive because we only have 3 late games. And one of them's Green Bay and Cincinnati.
You know what? It's going to be a bad day for the red zone.
Terrible day.
That's what it's going to be.
Raiders Titans is the other late game.
Yeah.
PU.
Okay, and that to me, oh God, talk me off of this one. That's Titans or pass.
Oh really?
The look ahead was 6.5, and now it's 5.5, 6. It came down a little bit.
If they don't show any pride or guts after what transpired in Indianapolis, I mean that's it. The stuff from Carroll today, just disgusted with what's happened. I mean, you beat the Patriots. You're feeling, hey, these guys might be pretty good.
Sure.
Nice win.
Said that.
And it's just now they can't get out of their own way. But it starts up front and also at the quarterback position. You got to give Genty holes. You got to protect. And this guy's killing you, throwing 3 picks every single game.
Sure. I said before the season, and I reiterated that after week 1, like the Raiders are going to be a team for me I'm going to want to look at and probably bet on a lot this year. Well, things can change throughout the course of the year. And I hate their offensive line even worse than it looked like 3 weeks ago. And Geno's play, this is like at some point you have to cut the cord.
Yeah.
And you just got to say, look, dude, like you're giving
Yeah.
us the worst chance to win a football game now.
They have weapons. And I know it hurts them that Bowers is banged up. But you saw what Pickett did in Philly. I just think you got to make the change. This guy's killing you.
Well, evidently people betting anyway agree with me on that because the Raiders are down to 4.5 now. But I'll probably stay away from the game just because I don't know what to think of really either one of them other than they're both bad. You want to buy on the Patriots? After last night, they're 3.5 at the Saints.
I don't like the spot, but again, okay, the Saints won a game. Whoop-de-damn-do. They were +5 in the turnover battle. I just think Vrabel's too good of a coach to just say, oh, great win. Congratulations, guys. I mean, all this talk is real now. May sneaky MVP talk, to win the division, playoffs, all of it. That was such a big win. And on the flip side, if Josh Allen isn't Superman, how good is this team? When they come out and they're flat and they have mistakes and turnovers,
right.
It's like you take away Josh Allen. I don't know how good that might be one of the worst teams in the league when you look at the roster and what they have. Josh Allen covers up a lot of things that stink.
A great job by Vrabel last night.
Awesome.
And pulling off that win.
And what also happens when you don't win the turnover battle every game?
Yeah, but I got to tell you one more thing here on the Saints. They're not the worst team in football. They're just not. I mean,
they fight.
Yeah, they really do. And I'll tell you this right now. Like, the Jets are clearly worse than them.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not going to get any resistance from that. The Bengals are worse than the Saints. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I have to. I think Cincinnati's in the conversation for worst team in the entire league. I brought that up last week on our top 5 power ratings, the bottom 5.
Yeah.
But and I'll expand on that coming up again. Good, bad, the ugly coming up here shortly. The Packers off a bye. The look ahead here at home to the Bengals was 13.5. Well, forget that. That's gone. Key number of 14. Most spots put it up at 14.5 in this game.
Well, it's a good test here for Green Bay because you're supposed to hammer them. They're not supposed to move the ball. You're supposed to get what you want. Watson's coming back, and you're supposed to get healthy here and right and fix this.
Well, should this be a game where the front, like Rashawn Gary and also Micah Parsons, they just eat all game long?
That was embarrassing what happened against Dallas. Yep.
Yeah, and
Guys
then,
wide open, score 40 points, can't win. Yep.
and the offensive line here for Cincinnati is just as bad as it gets. The
Could
Sunday
be,
night.
I was going to say, could be a quarterback change, too.
That's true.
Yep. Oh,
The
fire.
Sunday night football game. Hello. Lions at the Chiefs. Another spot here where the Lions are going to have a rest advantage, like they did yesterday. Bengals were off Monday Night Football. Chiefs will be off Monday Night Football playing tonight. Chiefs 1.5, high total there, 49.5 or 50.
Yep. I would say 10 incredible quarters in a row out of Detroit. Cincinnati finally moved the ball and scored in garbage time when it was decided.
Yeah.
Campbell's got them cooking. Offense looks great. Now, again, it continues. Arnold got hurt. He's going to be out significant time.
Definitely monitor that and other
That's
injuries in
bad.
the secondary. Yep.
Yep, but they're catching the Chiefs at the right spot, too. I can't go against Detroit the way they're playing.
I'd want to tease them up, actually.
Okay.
Give me, if you can find 1.5 right now to tease it
Right.
up to 7.5, I think that's a good play.
And then we got another one. Back-to-back Monday night doubleheaders. Games at the same time. I love both favorites. Bills down to 3.5. I think they'll respond. 3 turnovers, stupid penalties, lost the game at home, ruined the moment, white out, all that. Jackson coming out, getting the crowd fired up. These are games the Falcons don't win. I don't think Atlanta's going to win this game. And I think Allen and the offense will eat. And I don't know why the Washington line moved down.
I was going to ask you that because I know
I
that
don't
you
get
have
that at all.
Commanders in pocket.
Yeah. Washington was impressive. Even with the injuries and what they did defensively, the Chargers lost people. But that's a good win to go on the road and look like that and take out the Chargers. So I like Washington at home against the Bears off the bye.
My only response to that would be what you just said. The number came down on Buffalo. Look ahead was 5, now 3.5. And the same thing with the Commanders game. Both teams here, Atlanta and Chicago, off a bye. People buying on that? It's maybe that's the.
I agree.
part of the
I
reason.
agree with McDermott. Well, you come out flat and beat yourself and have stupid mistakes. That's what's going to happen.
I think we're going to get points in the Bills-Falcons game, by the way.
Yeah, I could see that too. 50.5, and that's too high.
In the Commanders game?
Yeah, the nightcap, 50.5.
I got to look into that a little bit more. The Bears' defense is not
Too
good.
high. VSiN Pro subscribers have exclusive access to our new AI player prop projections powered by Opta AI. Cashed some big tickets yesterday. If you watched the tailgate show, they were all over JSN. Big time. 120 yards, paid 4-1. The same trusted brand behind soccer analytics in the UK. AI-driven projections for quarterbacks, wide receivers, and running backs across the most popular prop categories. They're like Washington tonight, and they're also high on the quarterbacks compared directly to current DraftKings lines. The highlight value, easy to use, piece of cake, easy to find. Sort by player, game, or stat, and track how projections shift throughout the week with updates and trends. VSiN Pro subscribers see them now. VSiN.com/props. VSiN.com/props.
We'll get some best bets with player props. Monday Night Football. Chiefs, Jags, big game. Warren Sharp on the program next.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
I think it's a big game tonight. I'm excited, man. Can't wait to watch it. Chiefs taking on Jacksonville on the road, and KC here, 3.5-point favorites now. Total is 45.5, and we'll break it down now with Warren Sharp. He joins the program on the Progressive Guest Line. Website is sharp.football. Follow him on X at sharpfootball. Warren, thanks for the time. Good to talk to you as always. So what is your overall analysis of this game as we're now a little bit more than 2 hours away from kickoff?
Well, your introduction is perfectly appropriate for my sentiment as well. I'm excited to see this game and the interplay between these two teams. I'm interested to see the play calling from the Jacksonville Jaguars side of things. But this is one game, and we'll talk a little bit as we close up, that I really haven't actually bet anything on. I share a lot of props throughout the week and over the weekend, give you guys some of my best stuff every single Sunday morning when I come on. And I have not bet a single prop bet on this game yet. I don't have a side or total. I got no dog in the fight, so to speak. Now, one of the things that's fascinating to me about this game is Liam Cohen and Trevor Lawrence in that interplay. I really had high expectations for this comparison for this companionship between the two. I was down on Trevor Lawrence massively, but I thought Liam Cohen, if there's any juice to squeeze out of that Trevor Lawrence orange, Liam Cohen is going to get it. And I just wasn't so sure what we've seen so far this year, if it's really met my expectations. It's sort of been a bit disappointing to me. And now they're going up against a stiff challenge here with Steve Spagnuolo and this defense and their ability to make a team play left-handed, take away some of the positives. This is a down year for the Kansas City Chiefs defense. They've had some success getting pressure. They're the 6th best team at getting pressure on opposing quarterbacks, but they haven't exactly played a stellar schedule of opposing offensive lines and quarterbacks in those games. This game, they're going up against the Jacksonville Jaguars, strength on strength type matchup. The Jaguars are the NFL's best at limiting pressure on Trevor Lawrence. That's not just because the offensive line is elite. It's in part because of the way that they've instructed Trevor Lawrence to get rid of the ball quickly underneath, don't really hold on to it quite as much. So he's not throwing the ball under pressure nearly as often as he has in some years past. So that's a real strength on strength matchup that I think could go a long way in deciding the outcome of this game. Is, are the Chiefs able to get pressure on Trevor Lawrence? And if they do, what's that going to do to Trevor Lawrence in terms of his ability to pass? But we know one thing, guys. The Jaguars are unlikely to have the same amount of turnover luck against a disciplined and well-coached team like the Kansas City Chiefs as they've had the first 4 games of the year.
Well said. That's where it was going as well. I wonder how good they are. They have the most takeaways in the league at 13. That's not going to continue, especially against Mahomes. They also, why can't they get Thomas going?
Yeah, I'm surprised a little bit on Brian Thomas Jr. I'm looking at his prop, his receiving yards prop, and he hasn't hit that once in any game so far this season. And if I'm Steve Spagnuolo and the defense for the Kansas City Chiefs, I'm definitely trying to limit Brian Thomas Jr. and that number 1 receiver. Now, part of the thing that was happening last year with the success of Brian Thomas Jr. was we just had Mac Jones just chucking the ball deep down the field. I mean, they were throwing the ball down the field last year deep and having some success to Brian Thomas Jr. that way. We're seeing the opposite approach to the 2025 season with Liam Cohen. It's much more underneath, shorter passing, and we're not seeing the deep shots. When they are, the accuracy from Trevor Lawrence hasn't really been there. And then when the accuracy has been there, there's been drops by Brian Thomas Jr. as well. So it's been a rare situation that you've been able to line up an accurate pass with a successful catch that actually gains a chunk yardage for Brian Thomas Jr. this season. Is going to be a challenge against Steve Spagnuolo's defense in this game.
Very good. Follow the money here on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. Our guest, Warren Sharp, on X at Sharp Football, website sharp.football. Well, if they can't get Thomas going, what the hell's going on in Philadelphia with Saquon Barkley and this new offensive coordinator? 6 carries yesterday, Warren. And it's not a good year at all for Barkley. So how do you see this moving forward with Philadelphia? Can they get it fixed?
I'm definitely not one to advocate, running the ball a ton. That's not in my DNA. So I don't mind passing the ball. But when you are leading over the first 56 minutes of the game, I think they were leading all but 6 minutes of that game. And when you're in that situation, how do you have Saquon Barkley only have 6 rushing attempts? Especially when the passing attack was not top 10 in any of the metrics. Success rate, EPA per pass attempt, yards per attempt. Completion rate was 23rd in the NFL. Jalen Hurts was averaging just around 60% completions in the game. I mean, they weren't doing anything outstanding from the passing perspective, and yet they don't run the ball with Saquon Barkley nearly enough. Only 6 rushing attempts. Consider this, guys. They were 82% pass on the day. That was the number 1 highest pass rate for any team in the league last week, and yet they had the lead for most of the game. This is not like Patrick Mahomes without a run game and a bad offensive line, and you're just trying to dink and dunk and pass the ball with a lead late to ice the game, and you've got the best quarterback in the NFL and some good receivers. This is Jalen Hurts. This is the Philadelphia Eagles offensive line. They are they need some sort of component there on the ground. Quite frankly, I was surprised that they went internally and hired or promoted from within to get their offense coordinator, seeing as I value Jeffrey Lurie and his experience running an organization. They tried that once. It failed miserably. They went the mercenary route and brought in an outside play caller for last season in Kellen Moore and went on and won the Super Bowl. And now you're going to promote from within. I think it's a bad look. I don't think that they have any type of cohesion with this offense right now. They don't have a week-to-week game plan. It's like, this is how we're going to be built. This is our identity. They don't really have an identity right now other than the tush push. The tush push is like the Philadelphia Eagles identity, and that's obviously a play that's only run in select situations. Other than that, they don't really have something that they can lean into, that they can just depend on. And think about this. Every time that you're dropping back to pass, it's very stressful on every position on that offense. All 11 guys out on the field. The receivers have to be at their best. The offensive line has to be blocking well. The running back has to be doing something as well. And then the quarterback, the pressure's all on him. When you hand the ball off to Saquon Barkley, you just need some downfield blocking. And that's a fun thing for these offensive linemen to do, is get after defensive players and run block them. And so they're not really running the ball very effectively at all right now. And it's a problem.
I got to get your thoughts on what's going on in New York. It's an abomination. You hire Salah, bad defense, can't stop anyone. Then you hire Glenn. They don't have first team since 1933 without a takeaway for the first 5 games. You can't move the ball against Dallas, and then they go up and down the field against you. What's going on with the Jets?
I don't know. I don't like everything about the situation. I was down on it to begin with Aaron Glenn and Justin Fields. I did not think that pairing was going to have success, but even I am surprised at the results that they are producing. One of the things I think is getting lost on people is when they look at Justin Fields' stats, it looks like he's playing fine. It looks like he's playing okay. The reality is, when I look at the splits between first half and second half, in the first half, out of 40 qualifying quarterbacks, he's 37th in accuracy, 26th in EPA, 23rd in yards per attempt, 39th in sack rate, and 32nd in completion rate. In the second half of games, all those numbers flip. He's near top 10 in accuracy, completion rate, EPA per attempt. He has, think about this, guys, he has 6 total touchdowns, rushing and passing, in the second half of games. He has 1 such touchdown in the first half of games. He is basically, I don't know if the play calling at the beginning of the game is tight, is not really meshing with what Justin Fields' strengths are. I don't know if it's just because they're losing at halftime and defenses play softer in the second half, so Justin Fields is able to play better. But he comes alive in the second half, sort of like Bryce Young down in Carolina does. But in the first half, just is not there. Does not play with the passion, the fire, the aggression, whether it's play calling or execution or just overall performance from Justin Fields. And you're not going to win very many games when you're losing big at halftime. And this is what the Jets seem to be doing week in and week out, particularly with the games that Justin Fields is starting. So, I mean, there's a reason why they're 0-26 now. Justin Fields is in his career when his opponent scores at least 21 points. I mean, that's a pathetic statistic. And a lot of people are still defending Justin Fields like, oh, the defense giving up all these points. Justin Fields is performing horribly in the first half of most games in his career. He's got to somehow turn that around. I think there's enough pieces there with some of the players that they have offensively, but I just don't like the way that this coordinator and this head coach are working with Justin Fields. I don't think it's going to be a successful year regardless, but it doesn't deserve to be 0-5. This team should be able to find some wins here. They're just not being able to put it together.
Yeah, and based on that stat in his career, Warren, where he can't win a game when the opposing team scores 21 points, again, I'm guessing the Broncos will score 21 plus against this bad defense this week. And with their defense, Fields is not going to outscore them. I mean, I know that's a very easy takeaway, but...
Yeah, over in London, I agree. I mean, that's going to be a difficult situation for Justin Fields in this offense. And I just keep watching all the sideline shots of Aaron Glenn just standing there, staring at the field, expressionless, not coaching, not motivating, doing absolutely nothing except for looking at the game. And I'm wondering, what is he doing here? Why are we not seeing him actually coach his team? I don't know what's going to happen here with this one.
Great observation. There's nothing worse than watching a coach who is just like clueless out there watching his team play or lose. Warren, great stuff. Enjoy the game tonight. We appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Good luck.
Follow him on X at Sharp Football. Again, the website is sharp.football, and he was on the Progressive Guest Line. Big news, Pauly, for one of the teams in action tonight. That news, I think, qualifies for the good, the bad, and the ugly from the weekend. Coming up on Follow the Money, it's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
The good. Pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good.
The bad.
I've had it with this dump. Got no food, got no jobs. Our pets' heads are falling off.
And the ugly.
First of all, that's horrible.
Well, that was the worst piece of crap I've ever seen.
Great open. Good stuff, guys. Looks great. Good, the bad, the ugly. Brought to you by sharpplays.com. Get the latest betting insights and analysis now at sharpplays.com. My good. Baker Mayfield and the Bucks win again. How about 29 of 33 for 379? And Egbuka has a $163. Even money to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. How is Mayfield 12-1 to win the MVP? That's crazy. I had to take that today.
I don't disagree.
And I think they got a great shot. If they beat the 49ers, they are cooking right here with all those awards. And I even added more bowls for Coach of the Year.
Yeah, here's the thing. Can Bulls win Coach, Mayfield MVP, and Egbuka Rookie?
Yes.
Is it
let's
possible?
do it. 1 seed, yes. Come on, with all these injuries?
Okay, that'd be great.
Sure. What a run from Miami, and what a resume. Beat Notre Dame, beat South Florida, beat Florida State. Impressive. Dominated Florida State. Great job. Ask Alabama, too, about the Seminoles. To go on the road and get that done, and now you get Louisville coming up.
I think that final score is misleading.
Yeah, I'm still okay with a 3-loss Miami team getting in. If there were a couple losses and you lose in the ACC title game.
They would have to be at this point.
That's resume so good, and you just see what's happened around the college football, where the preseason 1, 2, and 4 have combined for 7 losses already. Good job, Virginia. 5-1 for the first time since 2017. A nice win at Louisville. Good job.
What letdown spot?
Yeah, that's right.
Right?
They're good.
Okay, here's kind of the breaking news, so I'll put this in quickly. It would qualify as good for the Brewers. Jackson Cheerio is leading off tonight, playing in left field, Game 2 for the Brew Crew. Big news there. And he was the catalyst for that Game 1 win against the Cubs. My good. Navy Air Force. What a game to watch. That was a treat to sit back and just kick back and have that like on the main screen with the volume, and Ross Tucker was on the game. They combined for almost 1,000 yards. This ain't your daddy's military schools here that we're talking about. Navy had 339 in the air, Air Force 249. It was chunk play after chunk play. And the Air Force total this week, did you see this against UNLV? 68.
Wow.
I think I might have to pass now finally.
You reminded me, too, I forgot. South Florida. South Florida wouldn't take the knee. See that game Friday night, the cover against Charlotte?
That's right, yep.
Like 15 seconds left, they run it in. That was another one, man.
Tight ends. It was tight end university yesterday. It should have been.
Yeah.
Barner, Ferguson, Theo Johnson, each scored 2 touchdowns. Njoku, live on the air yesterday, tailgate show, 6 for 67 and a touchdown. Laporta with Detroit. Everybody was eating for the Lions. 5 for 92 and a touchdown. Comeback player of the year, Darren Waller. 5 for 78 and a score. Mason Taylor. Eyes on him.
Yeah, the guru said it was a lock. He got it.
And he was right. Kyler Warren scored again. 4 catches, 44 yards. I love it when we have good tight ends, and it appears like we finally have a bunch of them in the league. Look, we're not going to throw out too many guys for the MVP. I'll say sneaky. Mayfield should be like the guy right now. Sneaky Dak Prescott. 4 more touchdowns yesterday. No CD Lamb.
I know. Impressive.
In control of that game.
Yeah, he's the one guy that could really hurt our Waller ticket. They're on Monday night all the time, all the primetime games, Cowboys. What if they win 9 games? Yep.
And the college football playoffs this year, you want to talk about wide open. I get it, like Ohio State and Oregon, probably the 2 best teams, maybe with a bullet. They're awesome. But now Texas, when I checked earlier today, plus 280 to make the playoffs.
What's Penn State?
6-1. 6-1 to make. Incredible roster. Mm-hmm. Did it again with Franklin. At the same time, in the same window on Saturday, we were watching, there you go, 2 of the, preseason top 3 teams probably miss out on the playoffs. And Texas, they stink on offense. Arch is not it, man.
No way.
My bad. I only have 1. Oh, yeah, one other good. How about this? It's 80 or 90 degrees all over the country. And then...
I couldn't believe it when I put it on.
What? I'm on the YouTube as the multi-view, which is so good. 4 games team. And this game popped up. I'm like, are they showing me a replay from last year?
Yeah.
And I went to the volume, and I'm like, I had to click on it. I'm like, is this UNLV in Wyoming? Really? Like live? So we had snow football, nothing better, in my opinion, on the first weekend of October. Can't beat that. It was great. My bad. It's going to be in here every week when we have one of these. I'm going to scream it from the mountaintops. The roughing the passer in football is ruining the sport. I said it last week. I'll say it again. I'm going to pound my chest about this one. It happened yesterday in the Giants-Saints game. Dart had possession of the ball. He was not hit high, nor was he hit low, and it was not a body weight sack. And they could not wait to throw the flag on the Saints defender.
It was called body weight?
I believe it was. You can't, this is not football, guys. You have to have, in fact, I would do this
physics
now, right? I would do it now during the season, say, we got to change this, guys. We have to have a conversation about the penalty and the rule of this now, and how it doesn't make it. The defender can't do anything in this spot. That's my only bad because I'm so mad about it.
Okay. Raiders, I loved Carroll kicking the field goal down 40-3. They cut a linebacker today, and he just said he's having a hard time trying to wrap his head around this start and this losing streak since they went to New England to start the season. I'll tell you why. Well, one big reason is also your quarterback. I just can't believe how bad they played. And they get buried by the Colts. And the Colts just going for 2 every time with Schrader getting hurt.
Yeah.
Ravens, again, I think it's time for a new voice, whether that means a new defensive coordinator or it's just getting old with Harbaugh. How can this happen? 8 straight possessions with Stroud in the game, they score? And going back to week 1, where you couldn't hold that lead against Buffalo? What's going on? I like what Van Noy said again. It's like, I don't want to hear about it. Huh? We just watched what the 49ers did on Thursday. Everyone goes through injuries. We got embarrassed, and the fans left early. In the third quarter, they got booed off the field. Not good for McDaniel. Stephen Ross, really frustrated. 17-0 Miami. They're cooking on offense. Then what happened? Couldn't move the ball? And you blow the lead? Not once, but twice? They give up the touchdown late? Plenty of ugly. The Jets again. How bad is this defense? You bring in Aaron Glenn, nothing's changed. Jets just end the season, and a stat I thought was made up. First team since 1933. First 5 games without a takeaway. And how bad the offense looked. You couldn't stop a team that was down 4 linemen. And you couldn't move the ball against Dallas, which is one of the worst pass defenses in NHL history. How about another ugly? I mean, every 10 minutes there's something. What happened to Mark Sanchez sticking with the Jets? As someone tweeted in, the delivery driver must have mentioned the butt fumble. Now he's facing a felony charge for what happened. Felony battery for the fight over a parking dispute. I can't imagine you wake up and you got after it, drugs, alcohol, whatever you did, and you're so out of it that you're arrested, handcuffed, and you're looking at multiple charges. And the incredible part of the story is the delivery driver maced him, and it had no effect.
Correct.
He still came running at him. Oh, I'm sorry, I went long. Sorry. Norvell.
No, by the way, he wakes up to his career being over with.
He wakes up, yeah, right. Yeah. Norvell, what are you doing? It's 7-3. Second quarter, it's 4th and 8 from the 42-yard line. After a timeout, they still go for it. They don't get it. One play later, Miami scores 14-3. What are you doing? Punt the ball. NFL, ugly. What are you doing? The camera cable twice, Sky Cam?
Not once, Paul.
You missed it on a missed field goal in the Vikings game? What if they would have lost because of that? How does nobody see it? And then they blew it in a Dallas game where they said, incomplete pass. No, it's supposed to be a do-over. 2 times that happens? Shame on the league.
Yeah, totally agree. I mean, how do you not notice that is correct in the Vikings game? The ball's not going to change direction like that. They have a tough time figuring out physics, don't they?
Oh, that's bad.
My ugly. Oh, my God, Bill Belichick.
Oh, boy.
Not a good week for him with how Matt Jones looked on Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, right.
And then UNC trailed Clemson 35-3 at the half.
Mass exodus.
367 to 78 yards, 10.2 yards per play to 2.8, 14 first downs to 5. Look, I mean, it's a terrible roster. You got to give the guy like another year or 2. But, I mean, how bad could this possibly be now that everything is resurfacing from how he handled Mac Jones at the tail end there in New England, and he gave him Matt Patricia calling the plays? You give the poor kid, you never gave him a chance. Mm-hmm. And now an offensive coach like Shanahan is resurrecting the career after he looked actually pretty good at Jacksonville last year. For a guy who was always went out of his way to give nothing to the media, he's going to be begging for media members to talk to him soon. That's how bad it is in North Carolina.
Yeah. Good, the bad, the ugly, brought to you by SharpPlays.com. What was Sanchez on that he doesn't have any recollection And then he's like doing wind sprints.
First I heard wind sprints, yeah. I saw, by the way, somebody...
And you got to you're calling a game the next day.
Did you see the photos of the guy in the hospital? That he doesn't look good. He's an older man. If that's accurate, the stuff that was coming out today, that guy's face and chest looked like a machete got after him. We'll relive what seemed to be impossible less than 24 hours ago.